Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. I decided to come on. I had to change my time, so I decided to come on a little bit early so that we can get the party started. So before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. So I went in and put on my community post that I was doing a few things. I was running a little late and I changed the time. So anyway, I am here. We have a lot of things to offer. I have, of course, glass and really some really neat collectible nutcrackers. I have some of those and just a little bit of everything. So before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up for me and welcome in Shanika. Good to see you. Boy, I tell you, we're still almost like in the dog days of summer because it was so hot up here. So it's finally cooling off, but I had to schedule a little bit later. I had some things that I wanted to do. And welcome in, welcome in. It's good to see everybody. So I put it on my community page to make sure people knew about it. I've never this is the first time I've ever made any changes to live, but it's good to let people know what's going on. So I did get my table set up over here, fit perfectly into that corner. Now I don't have to search for things, everything's over there. If I have glasses to sell, I'll bring one out, and if it's sold, mark it and it goes back on the table. It's just a little organization that needs to be done, and I'm still working on it, but I did get my table up. It's like a card table. Put on a little tablecloth, and it's going to be really handy for keeping me organized anyway. Sometimes when we resell, we really, things are scattered, so as you know. But I did find something that I'm going to offer that was in the hallway down at the end of the hallway. I forgot I had it, but it's really, really nice. And I thought, what's this doing back here? But anyway, when you move things around, that's how it happens. So anyway, we'll give it just a few more minutes for some people to come in. I think sometimes 7 o'clock may be a little better, so I'm sure that the notifications probably went out at 6:30. And I do know there's other auctions, and there's my other milk glass cup. See, guys, if I don't keep this stuff together, and I can't stack it over here because if it interferes with my Wi-Fi, it's just done. So, hey, Shelby, welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. I hope that you guys are doing well today. We're still pretty warm here in southern Indiana, but, hey, there will probably be a really warm day, one day in October, because there's always an Indian summer going on. So we'll give it just a few more minutes. I didn't get this bell cleaned up, and kind of rough. I try to clean my things. If I don't wash them in Dawn, usually I wash them in Dawn, or I wipe them down with alcohol, especially for any pesky stickers that may be on here. But kind of gooey, but I can kind of overlook the stickers for the good stuff that, so anyway. Of course, we do have a lot of vintage things because that's what I do, vintage items. I've always been drawn to them, and that's what I do. So we'll give it just a few more minutes. Then we'll get started. If people come in later, they can always watch the replay for those items that did not sell. So the rules of the chat are as follows. Be nice to everyone. If there's any bots come in, Laura will take care of them. And I know that sounds silly, but sometimes people do get attitudes. And if you're out during a bid, just indicate that in the chat. We do $1 increments up to $10. After 10, it is 2. After 50, it is 5. And after 100, it's 10. And I do use PayPal for invoicing. I ship with Pirate Ship. I get you the cheapest rates that I can. And there's Leslie. Welcome in, sweetie. But you guys know that the post office rates are going up all the time. Not only are they going up, they should use some of that money to teach their people that handle these packages how to do it the right way. But years ago, you had to be pretty sharp to get a postal job because they give you this real evasive testing and stuff like that. And now it's just, they're short on people. They need route drivers and all that like that. And it does, if you're a route driver, if you get to packages is one thing, mail's a little bit easier. So it's good to see you guys. So we're going to get started in just a few minutes here. I did find a couple things downstairs that I wanted to offer. I've got some collectible nutcrackers over there. I've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So get me a drink here that I've had for quite some time. So we need to get in the Christmas spirit. I know it's still hot and who's thinking about Christmas, but it's still coming, and a lot of people like to decorate for Christmas and things like that. And I think the push for Christmas stuff will be far greater closer to the time. But a lot of people, if they can grab a deal, they're going to do it. So we are going to go ahead and get started. This was a piece that I had downstairs. Hi, Ginger, sweetie. Good to see you. I'm glad, Ginger. I'm glad you're having a good day, and bless your heart. We love you, Ginger. Hey, Lenore, welcome in, sweetie. I'm so happy to see everyone, and Ginger, you too, because sometimes YouTube is like therapy, and to be with people that truly care about you and stuff like that does heighten your day. So without further ado, we're going to get started, and I hope I didn't jinx myself, but we have this this beautiful angel. I'm so glad to see you too, Lenore. It always does my heart good to see you guys. And there's Rhonda. Welcome in, sweetheart, and good to see you. This plays What a Friend We Have in Jesus, and it's just beautiful, guys. I'm sure it works. Working and you do have gold gilding on her. And I'm going to start her at 10, but she does play, and there's her face. So we're going to start her at 10. She is like ceramic. Her music box works just fine. And here's the back of her. Leslie said 10. Leslie ain't playing. So there's your back. So I do. Hey, Minnie, welcome in. I do see Leslie in for that $10 bid. She's beautiful. And it just has the music box placed so incredibly well, gold gilding. So I don't see any other interest in the chat. So if we don't see 12 pretty soon, we'll call this down for Miss Leslie. She is beautiful, this angel. So we're going to go once to Leslie for that $10. Going twice, and thank you so much, Lenore, for that $10 bid. Final and last call. And it looks like this beauty is going to be making its way right to Leslie's house. But yeah, it is beautiful. That's gold right there. Congratulations, Miss Leslie. And let me grab my pen and welcome in everyone. I'm glad that you're here. I did start an hour later. And that goes to Miss Leslie. I did get my table set up over here and it fit perfectly. And Leslie's taking her home for 10. And thank you so much. I can get more organized and not, you're very welcome, and not feel like, oh my God, where's this and where's that? So that belongs to Leslie, and congrats. Congrats. We will put her, look, I can get up and walk without doing like a twister motion to the table. So we will put her over here, right there. I'll move that down. So, guys, I have got the most amazing nutcrackers going on here. A lot of them are still new with the tags. These are collectible nutcrackers, by the way. Yes, don't forget the thumbs up. And I have 4 of them. And these are collectors. And there's 4, and I'll tell you how tall they are. I'm going to reach over here and look here. They are beautiful nutcrackers. They are different theme nutcrackers. They're in wonderful condition. And they do work. And I'll tell you how tall. You're fine, Laura. You're never too late. Well, I'd wait an eternity on you if I had to. So we're going to tell you how tall these are. These are 13.5 inches tall. They are all collectible. I'll show you the bottom. And they are limited editions, every one of them. And here we have the pirate. Hey, Jen, welcome in. We have the pirate. And yes, he works. So there's Nutcracker number 1. Now we have the Valiant Knight. And we're going to start these off at $12 for choice. Starting bid, $12 for choice. And they all work. They are collector series. And I think he looks like Dudley Do-Right, and Lenore is in for 12. So I call him Dudley Do-Right, and he's marked MP. They are in wonderful condition. And last but not least, we have the card playing fellow there's the cards he's holding. He is a limited edition. So I am seeing Lenore in at 12. So we need to see 14 or better, or we're going to call, and there's his glasses, and there's his cards. Ace, 2, 4, Jack, 5, and an ace in the hole, right? So, opportunity is knocking. They are in excellent condition. There is not a thing wrong with them. And I'm going to come between them here. So I see Lenore at 12, unless I see more of a bid. Look at them. They're that big. And look how neat they are. So I know Christmas is a little far down the road. And they are collectors. They're 12 for choice, Minnie. The one and there's a start bid of 12, and the one with the highest bid will get first choice. These are collectors, guys. Hey, Brian, welcome in. And they are in excellent condition. So far, I think Lenore was in at 12. We need to see 14 or better, or we're going to call it down. And we have the card playing Nutcracker. Hey, Francis, welcome in. We have the Brave Knight. And this is what I call Dudley Do-Right. Good to see you, Brian, honey. Then we have the Pirate. Well, I don't know if he sold the 7Cs or not. So I see Lenore in at 12, and we're going to call it down if I don't see any other bids, and we've waited. So I'm going to give account for that lag. They're in really good shape. Canadian Mountie. Right, Francis. Francis is right. So we're going to start calling this down for Lenore. And guess what? Lenore will get choice of which one she wants. So we're going to go once to Lenore for that $12 bid. Going twice to Lenore. Final and last call. And we are sold to Lenore for 12 at choice, Lenore. You pick your which one you want, sweetheart. We have Canadian Mountie, the Pirate, the Card Shark. Good choice. She wants the Knight at 12. Great choice. Now, guys, I'm going to offer these back up. And they're going to start at 12. So the first people that I see three people put 12 in the chat, they will get choice of what's left. And these are in good shape, guys. These are in really good condition. And congrats, Miss Lenore. I mean, what a deal that is. $12. So Lenore will get the Knight. Congratulations. Good choice on that one. Well, they're all nice, really. What did I do? There's my tape. No one interested in the remaining for 12. Do you guys know what these retail for? No other interest for $12 on one of these wonderful collectible Knights. They are all in working condition. Pretty cool. We'll email about them. See, it was an opening bid of $12 a mini, and I only seen Lenore in at 12, so I gave it a little bit longer. She was the only one in, so we called it down for Lenore, and she won, so she got her choice. And like I said, these are big. I mean, and they are collectible. That's okay, Minnie. Minnie, they start. Okay, guys, choice. A, B, C, $12 a piece. If you are interested, and they're in great condition. I mean, how unique. You've seen nutcrackers, your normal nutcracker, but have you seen any like this? Probably not. So we'll put them over to the side. If someone decides they want a choice of for 12, let me know. And if not, we will put them back over there. But look at that. Look at the detail. And he's even holding a nutcracker himself. How cute is that? Okay, Brian. Okay, sweetheart. Not a problem. All right. That night was really cool, Lenore. Congratulations, sweetheart. So, I feel like I'm in the wrong room being able to actually walk. Okay, guys, this was in my hallway up here leading to the back room. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that I haven't dug these out, but I will show you. And I think I remember a little bit about it to say that's collectible, and I have other pieces as well. And since I obviously slept from probably almost 2 years ago, we're going to take another picture. And thank you, Lenore, for dropping those. I really appreciate it. Look at that. Okay, Minnie. Well, I know sometimes that lag can be brutal. So I will open these up because I'm not really for sure, guys, These were in my hallway against the wall. These are fantastic. You want to see something gorgeous? I don't think it gets any better than that. And I will Google it. I have to check and see what everything is. So I'm going to take a quick picture. These are outrageously gorgeous. And yes, they are vintage. And yes, they are very collectible. Let me take a quick shot of this, guys. And I'll tell you, this is way above average. Thank you, Brian. Just saying, way above average. So they were in my hallway while I was moving things around. We have a little side thing. It's like an attic, and it's got a big square door on it, and I shoved something in there. We got, you can't throw away these modems. Okay, Minnie, welcome back, sweetie. So I pushed it back in there so I wouldn't have to deal with it, because you can't throw those things away. So I shoved it right in the side closet. So, oh my God, guys, this is King's Crown, and I can see why it's named that, because it is gorgeous. These are King's Crown Cranberry Wine Water Goblets by Tiffin. Tiffin, guys. Franciscan. Tiffin. I've had Tiffin in the past. Now, I'm going to go through it and count up the pieces. That is fantastic. Oh my goodness. I'm reading chat, but also packing for tomorrow. Please forgive me. That's okay, Laura. Laura's getting her groove on. No problem. I totally understand. So I can count. I'll tell you what this is. But we all know that it is Tiffin. And I'm going to, oh my, this is a different piece. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I've got a candy dish. Oh my goodness. Beautiful Tiffin. Oh my God, guys, this is beautiful. Can you believe that I had this in my hallway against the wall, and until I started digging, oh my God, this is gorgeous. And this is Tiffin King's Crown. You want to talk about fantastic. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, I'm like a kid. Thank you, Francis. Oh my God, guys. Whew. Look, I have 2 of those. 2. And I ain't done digging yet. So, whew, the excitement is building. So, oh my God, this would be so beautiful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's what we're looking at, guys. And thank you guys for being here. Oh my God, this is stunning. Just saying. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me make for sure. Yes, there are 4 of your regular size goblets. This is King's Crown. No wonder it looks like it's fit for royalty. 1, 2, 3 of these. You have this spectacular candy dish, and I mean it's spectacular. It's okay, Brian, you're fine. So with that being said, this is a crazy price, because I know what this sells for. You're going to get what I just said, the whole set, these, these right here, these two little cutie patooties, and this. And we're going to start the bid at $40. You're going to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's about 12 or 13 pieces. And to say it's worth it, this is good stuff, guys. It is a very awesome deal. I mean, look at that candy dish. It's amazing. So, if you look this stuff up, you're going to know what it sells for. This is a crazy good price. $40 starting bid on all that. This candy dish is gorgeous. I mean, that is the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen. And if you deal in vintage glassware and you've kind of look around at prices, you'll know what I mean. So be very careful. This was in my hallway. It is beautiful. That's a heck of a deal. I mean, look how many pieces. And so from that to this, to this, to this beautiful, this candy dish is just, I would shudder to think what that goes for online. And it is vintage. I'm looking at the goblets that there's 4 of them that sell. I am opening a bid at $2 more than what 4 glasses sell for. 1, 2, 3, 4. $4. So if I don't see any interest, I'll go ahead and wrap them up. If anyone is watching this after the fact and want to get in on something that is kind of a once in a lifetime thing, you might want to contact me, just saying. But that candy dish is, oh my God, that there's no telling what this would sell for by itself. So we'll go ahead and wrap these up because I do not want them to be broken. Yeah, it is pretty. It's like a real pretty cranberry, and I know it's beautiful. I mean, for $40, you gotta be kidding me. So if you're watching after the fact and you are interested in some vintage King's crown, and I'm just about giving away the farm right here because I know what this sells for. So we will put this back in the box, and I want to do it oh my God, this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Kind of blows my mind, guys. And you know what they say, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, right? Let's get them all packed up here. But more than likely, you will not see this set for any cheaper than $40. It's not going to happen. That is my asking price, and from that, I cannot waver. Yeah. Could you imagine what this sells for online? Probably 50, and you're getting 13 pieces for 40. There's a lot of logic in that. So if you change your mind, something like this is very well sought after. And welcome in Miss Rhonda. It's good to see you. I'm going to wrap this baby up. We don't want it broken. Yeah, tell me about it. Rhonda's jaw. Leslie says 40. Leslie, you are a brilliant person. And I'm not saying that just to make us to pad your ego. I never say anything I don't mean. So Leslie's in at 40. Oh my God, when you see this, you're just going to fall out. So I see Leslie in at 40. If we don't see a $42 bid, real quick, fast, and in a hurry, we're going to sell this to Leslie. Oh my God, Leslie, you're going to fall out. But I could see this in an ensemble so we're going to start calling this down. So we're going to go once to Leslie for 40, and man, was that a deal, just saying. for 40. Going twice to Leslie for $40. And congratulations, honey. This is just, that was in my hallway for like probably a year and a half. Going once to Leslie, going twice to Leslie, final and last call. And we are sold to Leslie for 40. Congratulations, sweetie. You're going to enjoy that when I go ahead and do this. Sold. Congratulations, sweetheart. I'm telling you what, that just might have been the deal of the night. I haven't even looked up the candy dish. God, that thing. To me, this reminds me of a little decorator cake all decked out on a pedestal. Congrats, honey. Let me wrap it up right now. Congrats, congrats. This is a beautiful vintage something. You don't catch them. Can I give the goblets to anyone? Okay, guys, we have Leslie going to give the goblets to some lucky person out there. So how should we do that, Leslie? I'm going to leave that up to you on who you want to give them to because you made the purchase and it's your. So who is that lucky person? Yes, you can do whatever you want to, honey. So who's going to get the gift alert? Oh my God, how generous is that? See, you never know what's going to happen in a chat, and it's really wonderful to see that. Okay, we're going to do it like this. The first one, you better have nimble fingers, that puts one in the chat will get the goblets, the dessert dishes. So go. First one in the chat gets it. Minnie got it. Congratulations. Congrats, Minnie. See, Minnie was right on the money there. And those will go to Minnie, and I will send you this. God, it's gorgeous. Congrats, Minnie. And how sweet of you, Leslie, and thank you so much. Now that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's very, 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 very nice of you. Now see how, there are so many good people on YouTube and I have the privilege to be a part of it. So isn't that wonderful, guys? It just warms my heart to see, and I'll put, oops, too many. Just really warms my heart to see that, guys, to see that. Oh, yeah, we really do. Sometimes it's all about being in the right gizmo. I hear you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here to mommy. Come here. I heard something rustling, and it was my male chihuahua. Come on. Come on. Come on in. I ain't got all day now to get over here. But I thought I had more. Let's do. We'll bring this up. Well, I'm closing the door because I end up sweating. Trust me, I'm not. So we are going to do some purses. I know there's a lot of people that really like those. Up next is this. After I get a drink. I know. We have this, it's a Jessica McClintock, which is clearly marked right there. And it's a little beaded purse. It's got a little handle on it, little dangles, and I'll give you a measurement. And let's start this at $8. Let's see, there it is. Then a snake had bit me. It is approximately 5 inches long and 4 inches across. It does have a very lovely chain. The metal is in really good condition. Listen to that click. Click. It's just a beautiful little bag that, you could just slip over your wrist if you're going out and kind of be fashionable all at the same time. You can get enough for your license, a debit card or two, and a lipstick. Throw it over your wrist, and you're ready to go. Isn't it pretty? It's kind of a satiny material right there, and Leslie says 8. Yeah. So I see Leslie in at 8. If we do not see a $10 bid or better, we will call this down for Leslie. I could just see me or somebody prancing through a store with this. Isn't that adorable? So I see Leslie, look at the spangles on that. So I see Leslie at that $8 bid. If anyone else is interested, I need to see a $10 bid or better. The chain is in immaculate condition, as well as the metal work. And Jessica McClintock is well known for quality products, so I don't see any else. It's afternoonified, that's for sure, isn't it? So I don't see any other interest. We're going to call this down for Miss Leslie. And again, thank you guys for being here. So we're going to go once to Leslie. It would be good for a prom night where you don't need a lot of stuff, and put it in there if you need to powder your nose. So we're going to go once to Leslie for $8. Going twice to Leslie. Final and last call. And we are sold to Miss Leslie for 8. Congratulations. We'll put your name on that. She got her little purse. How cute is that? And the metal is in great shape. A lot of times you find these and the metal's all ragged out, but not this one. This one's really nice. So moving on. So now, if this isn't, excuse my English, I'm from Kentucky, we say ain't all the time. You can take the girl out of Kentucky, but you can't take the Kentuckian out of the girl, right? So we have this beautiful vintage. It's like a compote, but it does have a base to it. So I'll give you a measurement on it. That table, that was a blessing, I'm telling you. It's about 8.5 inches tall with a depth of 4.5 inches. I'll have to look it back up because I slept but it is beautiful, and it does have weight, and I believe it's pressed glass. Yep, that's how we talk, right, Brian? We talk like that here. So look at that beautiful, and it's heavy. It's not a light piece. So come on, air. It's hot up in here. So let's go to the gallery. Let me find it. Let's see here. There it is. So it is a vintage clear pressed glass compote with a pedestal base, and it's commonly used for serving fruits, candies, or other desserts, and can also serve as a decorative centerpiece. And it's often associated with brands like L.E. Smith or Teleflora, known for producing decorative glass pieces. So, oh my goodness, boy, it sells high dollar too. I don't see anything below. So, with that being said, this has to start at 15, guys. It has to. It is pressed glass. It does have a great motif. Oh my goodness, Leslie, you mean all the warnings that I gave on the box actually paid off? And I'm so glad that everything was fine, sweetie. They said whoever put that together is not playing. So we'll have to start this at 15. It is that big. It is really a beautiful piece. It's a heavy piece as well. You do have that great motif on there. And it's pretty tall. That's a good deal on that because I see where it sells far more than that. Coming in at about 8.5 inches. I heard another seller saying their packages were really roughed up by the post office. Isn't that awful? Here's what I done, and it kind of, so you have a package. There was a red stamp on top. It was written this way, that way, that way. Yeah, I wrote it all over it because I'm tired of them. They're handle things like a gorilla. That's okay, Mama Chola. Welcome in, sweetie. It's good to see you. Well, Mama Chola, I had some things that I wasn't quite ready yet, so I kind of postponed till, and I changed it till 7. But we're glad to see you. We're glad you're here. No apology needed, sweetheart. So this is a beauty, and this is 15, starting at 15. How often are you going to get something that size for 15? Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate that. Sharing is definitely caring, right? Amen. And now I have a table over there that I can just walk over there without thinking I'm going through a twister game. So we'll just place this back over here out of the way. Oh, I just love my table. Hello, Amy. Welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. So now I'm going to bring up another purse. It's I've never heard of this brand. It is Studio Design Studio. It still has the tags, and this is a small one as well. Excuse me. Lift that up. Looks to be in good shape. Let me see what the tag says. Made in China, but in everything. So this is a remarkable purse. Let's see what it. It's a taupe color. I have never heard of this brand, but I thought that it was nice and just a little something something there. Hey, Bruce, welcome. Hey, Mike, welcome in. Just a little something something. Isn't it though? And it's in such good shape. And we're going to start this at $10. And to say that's a deal is putting it mild. There you have your opening. And look at that. It's a taupe color, new with tags. There's your bottom. I'll give you a measurement. And thank you guys for being here. You do have that cross body to go across. And there it is. Good to see you, Mike, and Bruce as well. Isn't that neat? And we're going to start it at 10. Minnie said 10, so I see Minnie in at that $10 bid. It's really clean, and it's a beautiful taupe color. So I see many in at 10. If I don't see someone come in at 12 quick, fast, and in a hurry, this is going to many, and it's from Design Studios. So we're going to go once to many for that $10 bid. It's really pretty, nice hardware. Going twice to many, final and last call. And I'll slow down. Lenore said, slow your roll, lady. It is from Design Studios. Final and last call. What a beautiful thing that is. And thank you, Laura, for dropping those links. And we are sold to Miss Minnie, a Design Studio purse with the tags, crossbody. Congratulations, sweetie. Say, man, that woman, she drills. She's like a drill sergeant, just constant. And congrats, Minnie. Thank you so much for that. It's a beautiful purse. You know, if I pick something up, so she's up there, she talks faster than a drill sergeant. Congrats, Minnie. That's really nice there. Really classy and giftable if you want it to be. See, Mike, my personality is exactly the same as it is when I'm in other people's chats. And poor Mike has been a victim of a lot of my sayings, right, Mike? So let's put this over here. So let me dig deep here. All right. So I believe, guys, this is probably silver plated. A victim. Mikey, he loves it. He just acts like he doesn't. So I was in the Goodwill and I seen this magnificent tray. Hello. And I thought something was in it, guys, because the lid and what's on it is so heavy. Look at that. Definitely vintage. Will clean up beautifully. And here, see, here's the inside of it that hasn't been exposed to sunlight in a while. There's the bottom. I'll give you a measurement. And this one starts at 12, that magic number that I can't seem to get away from. And to say that's a bargain, well, hello. Oh my goodness, I don't want to start laughing again. So that is 11 and a half inches. Y'all know what we did last time, and I just couldn't stop laughing. It is very well made. It is older. The hardware, that hardware around there and right here is really heavy, and that is definitely the sign of a quality piece. I could see someone's dinner being brought to them and this, or possibly used for to put something in to keep it hot or cold. So we got to start. We have to start this. And what did I say? 12. And that's a steel. This, whoops. This is heavy, guys. Reminds me of the Betty Davis, and Minnie said 12. Reminds me of the Betty Davis movie, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. I haven't seen that, and Minnie is in it. 12. Who was it? Was it Betty Davis that played Mommy Dearest? So I see Minnie in at 12. I need to see a bid of 14 or better. We're going to call it down. Fed the rat to. Okay, hang on just a second, Bruce. Let me look. And normally I wouldn't do such a thing. So let me look. Wait a minute. Well, that's unusual because I didn't see that invoice. Bruce, I'm going to have to go into, hang on just a second. Let me go into PayPal right now because this isn't like me and I didn't see it. Hang on just a second. Let me go into PayPal because that's not of my character, Faye Dunaway. So let me log in real quick to the account. That doesn't make any sense because that's not how I roll, but I could have missed it. Just saying. Let's see, where are we at? Let's see here. Okay. Okay, I see it, Bruce, and I don't know how I missed it. My apologies. Payment coming. Because y'all know I ain't like that because I pay immediately, if not sooner. Sorry about that, Bruce. Somehow I missed it. Oh my God, they want a code. Let's see what's a code. Sorry, guys, I'll be with you in just a second. Drop down code is what? 462. All right. Book, there it is. Sorry about that, Bruce. You should be getting a notification like quick, fast, and in a hurry that that's been taken care of. I don't know how I missed it, but that's crazy. But anywho, so let's get back to business here. I especially love the ones from Art Deco era 1920 to 1930s. So we're going to call this down for mini. So we're going to go once to mini for $12. I didn't see any other bid. Going twice to mini for 12. Final and last call to mini, and we are sold to mini. Like I said, I get a lot of the invoices and they're paid within moments of being dropped. But who knows what. And we are sold to many. Congratulations. All right, next. Oh, I'm loving my table, guys. I am loving it. Let's just start with this. Makes things so much easier. It really does. So we know Christmas. Let's see what I'm missing about movies. I like the older movies too. I never watched the whole movie. Creepy. You know, a lot of times I watch the movie Children in the Attic and talk. She keeps her grandkids in the attic for like, and I think that was based on a true story where she kept, her daughter's children in the attic for all those years, and then the mother just takes off gallivanting like she didn't have any kids at all. 96 days to Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, I think this has a candle. Someone put it, which I know isn't it sad to see children treated that way? Back in the day, people whoops, I got her out. Boy, I'm good. Look at that. Come out slick as a whistle. Back in the day, there was a lot of, if today, if a lot of this treatment of kids came out, there'd be a lot of parents in jail. Because, back then when you got corrected, you knew it. So next up is this beautiful and the jolly old guy right down there. We all affectionately know him as Santa. We do have a dangling angel right there. And over here we have a snowflake. So someone had burned a tea light in here. I don't recommend that. It is a fire hazard. Put a little battery operated tea light in it. Thank you. Because see, that's what I just got out of that. Is so dangerous. Not only is it dangerous, it can darken the inside of this and just totally ruin it. So with that being said, let's get a measurement of this real quick, guys, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So we're coming in at about 10.5 inches tall. So when you put a light in here, it will illuminate all the windows. All the windows will be illuminated, and you see, and this will have to be started at 12. It is in really good condition. I popped the can. What somebody here's what was in there, and that is candle wax. And how beautiful is that to have all that light coming through there like that? Isn't that beautiful? You got stars on the side. You have some poinsettias in the back. There's your opening. Like I said, I would use one of those battery operated candles. You could probably, I know they make different size of lighted candles, but that would be so pretty illuminated. And even for someone that had a bay window, to set that in there and have all that illuminated, and it's in good shape. There's not a crack nor chip on it. It's beautiful. And Christmas is coming, and you will see a lot of resellers offering Christmas items. And I guarantee you, because it seems like the closer it gets to Christmas, the more this stuff is in demand. And guys, let me tell you something, it may not be around because people are buying this stuff up to get ready for Christmas. And if you're like me and you have a gazillion Christmas decorations, so we will put this over here. If someone changes their mind later, you can contact me by my email and my description on my channel. I know, Mama Chola, but I'm trying to be on the conservative side, but it is beautiful and it may be higher the next time. So we will place this little beauty over here. So next up, I know I'm notorious for doing that. Let's see, move this out of the way. So next up on the roster, we have a little Hazel Atlas coming at you, amber colored Hazel Atlas. And I was wondering why they had such a little bit higher than what I'm used to paying. But I'm not saying I'm cheap, but I kind of weigh apples against apples. So don't forget all the work you do sourcing. Yeah, Francis. I mean, that's what makes me fires me so bad about the post office and the way that they handle packages. They are careless and it's ridiculous. And my packages now go out with a red sticker on top, fragile, fragile, everywhere, because some of them you have to knock on their head to get their attention. I don't like my stuff broke. And you go out, and me, I live in a bigger house. I have to come up the steps. I have to come up these steps. So it's not, you know, and the gas, that's true. And for someone to handle something just burns me up. They don't want to get me on their back, I guarantee you, because I don't shut up, as you can see. So we have the beautiful Hazel Atlas vintage bowl, commonly known as the thumbprint, and that's why they call it that. So this one is going to have to be started, and you get the big bowl, and you get 6 smaller bowls. And I am absolutely going to have to start this at $20 for the set because of what it is. It is Hazel Atlas thumbprint. You do get 6 bows. It is amber colored glass, and I'll give you a measurement, which is cheap. This is hard to come by. So as we go across, it's coming in almost about 10 and a half. It is approximately about, I'd say, a little bit over 4.5 inches deep, and you get 7 pieces for 20. And it's about that big. So it's not small, and you do get the coordinating bows, which there are 6. Hazel Atlas, I've had her pieces before. And let's give you a measurement on the bowls here. and it's 5.5 and approximately about 2.5 inches deep, and there are 6. And I think it's beautiful. I mean, it's all how you look at it. Hazel Atlas, you don't see it every day. This amber color is becoming increasingly more popular as time goes by, and Minnie is in at 20. So I see Minnie in at that $20 bid. She knows what she's looking at. And I know a lot of us have a lot of glassware, but do we have glassware of this quality? So I see Minnie in at that $20 bid, looking for 22 or better, or we're going to start calling this down so we can move on to other things. So I don't see any other bids, so we're going to start calling this down to Minnie. We're going to go once to Minnie for that $20 bid. That's a good deal, really. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like Minnie is getting another beautiful piece of glassware. One that you don't see every day. And I was wondering why it was a little more than what I usually paid, but we're sold to Minnie. Congratulations. So, moving on, let's move this over. I have sold my weight in this pattern of this compote right here. I think I've probably had at least sold at least 2 to 3. And the pattern on this is Wexford. It is a really beautiful compote that for the holidays coming up, and it would be pretty with a fruit salad in it. And you had that. Wexford is very synonymous with this right here. That's why I know what it is. It's a compote, and we're going to start this at $10. And gift alert. Can you gift that to Mama Chola? Look at you. All righty then. Did you hear that, Mama Chola? Like it or not, you're getting it. And Mama Chola, since I already have your information, it's all good. And that is Minnie's gift to you, Mama Chola. Congrats. Minnie does stuff like this all the time. She's very sweet. Now, look how sweet people are. That just really does my heart good to see that. So guess what, Mama Chola? You're going to have a little Hazel Atlas added coming in your direction. And we don't take no for answers here when we gift. So that's the way it is. So there you go. Mama Chola, congrats. All righty then. Congratulations. So that would be something nice for you if you have guests over. Very impressive. And thank you, Minnie, for being so sweet. So we have a Wexford right here, and I've sold at least 2 of these. And here's number 3, and we're going to start it at 10. It is a compote. This is common of Wexford right here. Look how beautiful that is. It is on a pedestal, and I'll give you a measurement on this. 7.5 inches tall, and we're going across at 8 inches, and the depth of this is 5 inches. And this starts at 10. It's very lovely. It's that big. Very nice with a fruit salad in it for the upcoming holidays or whatever you want to put in it. Very nice piece. Very nice. There's your bottom. And I just think it's wonderful. I think even what do they call those things that you build in layers? That's a dessert. Oh, what is that? And Amy said that her daddy kept his spare change in his Wexford compote. Yeah, you could do that. What is that thing that's layered, guys? I don't know how to say this without sounding terrible, but I live by myself and I don't entertain. I will never use it. I'm so sorry. This is 10, Minnie. Mama Chola said she lives by herself and she doesn't entertain and she will never use it. So, what do you want to do, Minnie? I mean, it was really nice. I'm sure she's flattered, but she just can't use it. So, what do you want to do, sweetie? If you want it, I'll definitely, you know. And this starts at 10. So just let me know. What is that called? It's where you layer all these things on, like a layer this, layer that. Oh, what is that called? Who wants its game? Okay, who wants um that Hazel Atlas set? Trifle. That's it. Okay, we're going to do this the same way we done it a minute ago. Whomever puts in the chat and gets it in first will get it. Sitting right over there. And go. Shall we play the theme to Jeopardy while we are waiting? Oh yeah, Mama Joel is a sweetheart. First one that puts one in the chat will get that. Come on, guys. It's a fantastic set. Kind of something you don't see every day. Come on, guys. Don't be shy. Well, Brian, he gets it because he put a 1 in there and it works for me. No, Mama Joel, we understand, honey, because I know when we get older, we dispense with a lot of our stuff, and it goes to Brian, with a lot of our stuff. And sometimes we just don't want the extra. And Mama Chola, we know you appreciate it. Don't feel bad. You're not causing anything. We understand. And Brian gets it. We understand, sweetie. Because, as we get older, we kind of want to downscale things a little bit. So, not a problem, sweetie. We'll just do a switch to Brian. Congrats, Brian. You write your name on this. Alrighty then. Next up. Now I could have swore that I had one more of those goblets because I never buy things unless it's in multiples of even numbers. So I don't know what give with that. Let's see here. Let's bring. Okay, I guess I better look and see what's happening on the last deal. Let me see here. Let's see. That table is such a blessing. Last thing done was Brian. This was a $10 bid. If anyone's interested, If you are watching later and you think that this is nice, it's about that big, and you want it, just contact me. I'll take this. Okay, Minnie, for 10. So we're going to call this down for Minnie. What a nice way to entertain and have something to put your salad in or whatever to when you're entertaining. And I guess we're going to call it for Minnie. We're going to go once to Minnie for that $10. Going twice to Minnie. Goodness, final and last call. And we are sold to Minnie. Congratulations. So we'll set this over. I've got some ornaments, and only God knows where, because I went through this place like a mad person. Crazy, crazy, crazy kid here. Only God knows what happened to it. Okay. So, since I bought this as a set and got a real bang up price on, I'm gonna sell it like that. And the reason why I bought this because this one says Gina Group LLC. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. So that may have had a little bit to do, but I got it at a good price. And you have your little teapot here and your cup. So say like you're you want to relax, so you've got your hot water in here. There's your cup, tea bag, and you can carry it to your living room or wherever you want it. And then when you're ready, you just take the hot water and pour in. And when, hey, Robin, welcome in. Good to see you guys, and thank you guys for being here. I have a church group coming from another state to come by to my house. Blessings. I'm excited, I bet, Minnie. But since I bought this as a set, it's going as a set. And there's your little one. And here is your big one. And this one is threshold, and it is porcelain. Just saying. So here we have two pieces going up at the same time because I felt like they were meant to be together. And we're going to start the set for $12. $12. Hey, Roberta, honey, welcome in. There's your teapot. It's about that big. You do have a coordinating little thing here. And you're getting them both. And there's Shell Bell. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. And that's the deal. If you are a tea drinker, this, and it's good enough and clean enough that it can be gifted to. So here we have it. What a nice gift this would be, guys. Picture this. To buy that person on your Christmas list their favorite tea, gift them this, and put it all together, and boom. For those hard to buy for that you don't really know what to get, everyone drinks, hey, Face the Ace, welcome in, coffee or tea. Wouldn't that be awesome? Hey, Beth, welcome in. Yeah, I was came on a little bit later, Beth. I was up here. I got my table over here, and I'm just as happy as a lark. And I don't have to do the twister walking through this room anymore. I am not done. But it's just so wonderful to have a walking path. So, just telling you guys, gift giving is coming. And wouldn't it be neat even to do a gift basket with this in there, that in there, your favorite tea, maybe some biscotti or something. Or you could do this. You could do the teapot and put the favorite tea, some biscottis in there, some caramels or something in there. Just giving y'all the lowdown on what you should do. And thank you guys for being here. And welcome in, everyone. Mm, tea and crump. Oh my God, that reminded me of something. You guys ever watch the movie Dumb and Dumber, where the guy was trying to get the suitcase back to this woman and had money in it, and he said that he was going to invite people for tea and strumpets. They are so hilarious, and that's what when I sing crumpet, that's what I want to show you guys something. Now, if this does not get you in the Christmas mood, I know it's so funny. Now, this is not for sale. This is mine. So, if you want to get in the mood for Christmas, here we go. Elfie. I love it when you call me little Elfie. Elfie. I love it when you call me little Elfie. Yeah. Come on. To all my little homies making toys for little Johnny. Got that Christmas spirit with it. They know just what they can call me. I'm rapping while they rapping, and I'm twerking while they working. Santa suit is on, blinking Mrs. Claus is flirting. Elfie. I love it when they call me little Elfie. Now, is that cute or what? I couldn't resist. And it is the notorious elf. Now, who couldn't get excited behind that? You know me and my crazy, but that is so cute. The notorious. We had the notorious piano person. We had to have something to go along with that, right? He's not a whooper. Isn't he cute? I couldn't help it. My dog's about lose it. There's his hair when this goes off. And there's his hair. I just thought that was so cute. I couldn't help it. Say her and her toys, I'm telling you. So, now what direction are we going? Let's go with the milk glass. Now that is a classic, guys. And these are milk glass. Let's see here. What's in here? All right, while I'm over here, I'm going to get something else over here. Let's get these beauties off the table. Alrighty then. Let's see. Let me move some things over. So, wasn't that neat? I just love that. I have to tell you guys a story. It's not a story, it's the truth. So, I know she's sitting right over there with her leg hiked up. But anyway, I had to go into Walmart to get a charger cord because I was about ready to lose my mind because I didn't have the appropriate cord or the plug in, and mine. So I'm going in there, I'm walking right around to electronics, and this guy runs up, and I'm like, he goes, I seen you come in, you're beautiful. I said, I don't guess I look too bad for my age. He goes, well, I don't know how you feel about younger men. And I went, that's how I feel about him. Sorry. I'm like, he had to have been 30 years old or younger. I'm like, dang, he must have been looking for a sugar mama. Who knows? I'm like, that kind of creeped me out to know that I was being watched. when I came in there. But anywho, oh my gosh, Mike, I told you not to tell that story about me. He was serious. He was like, so I almost had to take my hand and pull his chin up because he was drooling. He thought, hey, she's a basket of oranges. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I was old enough to be his mother. And he might have thought he was going to get something, but he got something all right. Nothing. So, anyway, we have this beautiful, where's my phone at? Beautiful milk glass. I'm like, dang, girl, you still got it and you're 61. Dang. You know, with the like the Bob Seger song, I'm a little bit older and a lot less bolder than I used to be. Where is my phone? Where? Okay, there's the charger. For God's sake. Maybe he thought he's going to get, he was looking for a sugar mama. I don't know. What did I do with that flipping phone? Well, we're going to wing it. Good Lord, I need to clean my desk off. If he's looking for a sugar mama, he just better get a job because there ain't, I don't think so. So we have a milk glass. It's got grapes on them. I do have 6, 2, 4, 6. Well, you have sugar balls. That's true. Man, he come out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? It's like really surprised. So we have 6 at milk glass here. Let's see. We're looking at about 5.75 inches tall. The little boy next door used to ask me if I ever thought about marrying a younger man. He was 14. Francis, I believe the correct term with he was trying to be chosen. You must have really flipped his trigger. No, I'm kidding. You say you're bad. So we have 6 of them. And let's see. And I'm going to start these let's start them at 15 for the set. Shame on these. I guess they're tired of fooling with these younger ones because they don't want nothing but money, and most of these guys don't work. You know what they say? Romance without finance is a nuisance, right? They have to be legal, not some little kid. So I'm putting these beautiful milk glass up for 15 for the set of 6. I had a big crush. I said, honey, I'm not old enough to be your mom. He said, it doesn't matter. Oh my goodness, Francis. You must have really 6 inches. You must have really caught his eye. 6 inches, and they're 6, and they are $15. I know. Wait a minute, guys. They're 7. My mistake. For 15. 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. 7. Say you're not wanting to relive a scene from Mrs. Robertson, right? It's a great motif, Rhonda. It's really beautiful, and if I could find my phone, it's a great motif. See, let me bring it up and tilt it. They're grapes, and they are milk glass. Frances said she was kicked to the curb for a 16-year-old. Yeah, they are vintage for sure. Milk glass. Something, and there's 7 of them. Holy cats. They are pretty, aren't they? See, that's how they are when they're young. They have all these big ideals. You know what they say, there's no fool like a young fool. Thank you, Roberta. Sorry, I probably missed it in the midst of my story here. You know how I roll, and if I get to laughing, it's over. I played Mrs. Robertson a few times in my life. Mama Chola. Now I'm gonna have to. Now we're all curious. Y'all remember that movie about Mrs. Robinson and that The Graduate, I think it was called. She really messed him up, didn't she? He shouldn't have been in the place he was. The old movies were the best. Mama Chola just confessed. I've been watching, I don't know what's possessed me to watch Jerry Springer, but I was watching Jerry Springer on the YouTube. It was fun. The last one lasted a long time. Wow. And you get these women that they get into these fights over these guys and they pull hair and carry on. Okay, Amy, thank you for coming in and good night and enjoy the movies with your kids. And the oldest ones are the best, without a doubt. So, holy crap. Nothing broke. I just hit the end of the desk with that. So, next up, these, and there's only 3, these are Mikasha. And just look at that. Look how gorgeous. Couldn't you imagine? Now, Mama Chola, in your younger days, I could see you with one of these in your hand with champagne. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Look how detailed that is. And I do have 3. So we're going to start these at 12 for all 3. Aren't they beautiful? And they're Mikasha, and there's 3. I wish I could have got a hold of more, but unfortunately, that's the way it goes. The base of it looks so beautiful, so pretty. And I'll give you a measurement. Mama Chola up here telling all of her secrets. Let's see, it's 8.75 inches. Now we're curious. Jerry was bad. Our segment was pretty. Was you on Jerry Springer, Rhonda? Jerry Springer, I think he passed away a couple of years ago, but I had a doctor and my daughter said he looked, were you, Rhonda? What was it? Now I'm curious. She said that my doctor looked like Jerry Springer, and he kind of did, but my doctor had polio when he was a kid, and he's probably retired by now. What was the subject, Rhonda? I'm curious. You're like, listen to her up there trying to get info. 2002. Rhonda said, I ain't telling you. But I think these are really beautiful. The base is very different. And I just picked them up. And there's your bottom. But man, people get on there and they duke it out. And I kind of wondered myself, is that really true or is it staged? Makes you kind of wonder, doesn't it? They sure get in the hair pulling contest. So there's these, and if there's no interest, we'll put those over. I wish I could have found at least three more, or even one more would have made me happy. That would have been a set of four. But they are beautiful, and let me put these back because I'm getting a hoard over here, and I don't want a hoard. So we will move it right back over to where it was. So next up, let's see here. All right, let's get these. We will bring up the green ones next. Bing. So we have these. What did I do with my phone? Am I losing it or what? By now it should have went off. Hey Johnny, welcome in, sweetie. Came in to say hi. Well, we're glad you came in. My husband catfished a lady in Boston. He had to tell her the truth. He and I wanted to see how far he could get someone to fall for his story. We all stayed friends for years after. Oh, wow. It could be half and half, but that's he was on the air for many, many years. And just look at this, the green colored glass. Just look at that. Thank you for dropping his link. And they're coming in at about 6.25. They are beautiful. I heard my phone go off. Now, where is it? Oh, my desk is terrible, guys. I'm just telling you. Hmm. And we do have six, and they are green. They are vintage. My phone is around here somewhere. Where's it at? Mm-mm-mm. Well, duh, it's on the. Talk about falling out. It was on the floor. Uh, that young guy from the store, he probably would if he had my phone number because he was just totally enthralled. Brady Bunch Green. He was. He was. I didn't even say. I didn't. It kind of surprised me when he walked up. I'm like, dang. I said, I'm old enough to be his mother. What's he thinking? I think he was wanting to hold hands and make plans, but I don't think so. So here we go. These are, let's see, it's a little bit darker toward the bottom, but they are green. There's some hanging in there supposed to be packing on or tomorrow, but Gina and Chelsea. Well, thank you, Laura. These are green, so I'm going to do $12 for the set, and if you do the math, that's only $2 a piece, right? $2 for these vintage, and I think they're called Willow Moon, and they're not cheap. Just saying, but they're kind of dark toward the bottom, as you can see. I would say they probably would hold about comfortably about 16 ounces. They are pretty. Those are really nice, and they are green. green glass has been real popular, and this is squeezing the crap out of my head. So off it goes. So these are starting at 12, and do we have bubbles? Yes, we do. There's a couple on the side there. Either I have a big head or that was made too small. I think there's some bubbling in there. So, oh my God. So you're getting all six for the start bid of $12 for these. Unheard of, and they are really a pretty green. There we go, right there. While you're thinking, I'm going to be drinking this. So if there is no interest, we will move on to something else. Why, sure, Brian, I can hold them for you, sweetie. That is not a problem. I know Brian is a big fan of colored glass. So Brian's in at 12, and I will definitely hold those for you. That's not a problem. So we're going to start calling this down for Brian because I didn't see any other interest in the chat. So we're going to go once to Brian for 12. Going twice to Brian. Final and last call. And Brian is the winner. Hashtag winning. You're welcome. Well, sure, Brian. I think we hashtag winning. Here's what I want to know. Where is my sixth amber colored goblet? No telling, guys, because I had to really do an overall up here. Maybe I'll offer those at a later date. Smooth that back. It's kind of good to have this table up here. As a matter of fact, we had this table and 4 chairs down in the basement, never opened. And so I said, yank that table out of there. I said, because Mama's got plans. So, let's set this down here. Moving onward and upward. Alrighty then. I know, Brian. He said that's not fair. She knows. Says she's got me down to a science here. Well, I always know a lot about people I love, Brian, and you know that, right? And I'm not just whistling Dixie. I mean what I'm saying. So, you never have to worry about me being fake because I'm far from it. Now, if I don't like you, you know it. And if I do, you know. No, I'm kidding. Well, you're like, listen to her. She's something else. So, I still think that these belong together. And this is etched. It does have grapes on it. I do think that this set belongs together. It's not an exact match, but look at that. That is etched. This is definitely vintage, and we are going to start this 2, 4, 6. There are 6. Now, guys, this I'm gonna give you a little bit. Part of being a reseller, you always have to suggest things to make that sale, right? But this Can you imagine this with wine in it and having guests over and it's all chilled and this and you're pouring? I'm going to sell this as a set because I don't think it needs to be broke up. That's my opinion. You know what they say, opinions are like rear ends, everybody's got one. You are very sweet, and I never had a problem with you. Well, somebody, Brian, he is really easy to get along with. So I'm going to, this is nuts. I'm starting the whole set at 15. Now, if you're the least bit interested, you might want to jump all over. Boy, that thing was, and my hair's clean. I just washed it. I'm not itching because it's not clean. So we have an entire set. I could just see wine in that and having these glasses, and how fancy would that be? I think this is like an art glass type deal, and it is a wonderful deal. It would actually be pretty in someone's cabinet. Yeah, it is classy. Even as a little set around thing. And that's a great deal. That's insane, really, but didn't say I wasn't just a little crazy. You know what how that song says? I might be crazy, but it kept me from going insane. Did I find the order? Did you find the ornaments? I've got a whole box of ornaments that are like picture frames that can be hung up. Lord, I've got stuff everywhere. Wouldn't that? I know I've got them somewhere. What do I do? And see, I've had to move things around. I'd put things here and things there. And I really can't locate them at the moment, Lenore, but I know they're here somewhere. And only God knows I've had to move things around like crazy. Like I said, over here there's an attic type thing, and there's got this square. You have to pull it out, and I lugged a computer modem in there. Okay, Mama Chola, we'll wait on you. But we'll have to have a sale that will have things like that in it. I think that would be fun to have, and I will dig those up because, Lord, I had to do the shuffle to get this taken care of. But yes, that is very possible. And I'm going to bring the next piece over. I have sold a lot of Mikasha in my day, or my tenure, or whatever you want to call it. That's true, Tanya. Christmas is right around the corner. And once these things, you might want to take advantage of these beautiful items. Because Christmas, she's a coming. Man, I'm loving this. I can just take this stuff and go over to the side here and put it on a table, and boom. But I think we had some wonderful prices tonight, as y'all know how I do it. So be able to put them over on a table safely, might I add. So next up, we have this beautiful Mikasha tray. Yeah, and thank you guys for being here tonight. You guys always make my day when I see you, and look at that. Yeah, I kind of take into account what I give for things, and I like to pass it along because it does one thing. You know where to come for the vintage glassware. If you get good service and your hostess is really nice to you, then hey, it's all, that keeps your customers. People like to buy from people that they are familiar with. And that's a fact, y'all. So I'll give you a measurement. So this is coming in at 16 and a half inches. It is beautiful. I had that set of glasses in that picture in 11 inches. It's not very deep, guys. It's about an inch. A beautiful Mikasha. It's all of that big, and it looks so beautiful. And the thing about Mikasha is well known for, a lot of their things are on the reverse side, and they are frosted. And this is starting at 12. My magical number for the night is 12. So it is beautiful. You do have flowers right there. Move it down, flowers right there. It's just beautiful. I didn't have to really Google this because I knew exactly what it was. It is beautiful. It would be pretty even at the holidays to serve. If you're entertaining, put cookies or a fruit, whatever on there, and just really fancy. And it does have a beautiful pattern on it, doesn't it? And usually Mikasha does not last long. And Tanya said she definitely likes that. I have Tanya in at 12. So if I'm not seeing any other interest, we're going to call this down for Miss Tanya. And thank you for being here, Tanya. So I don't see anyone jumping in. So we're going to go once to Tanya for her $12 bid. Going twice to Tanya for 12. Yes, it is. That's a good idea. Going twice, final and last call. I didn't see anybody jumping in front of you. So it looks like Tanya's going to have a beautiful tray for jewelry. And way to think ahead. Tanya, I probably have your address. I'm not for sure. If you would, Tanya, would you just send me your information to, would you drop my email, Lenore? And congratulations, sweetie. Appreciate you. And that goes to Tanya. And just like that. So that's a good thing. It's always good to think ahead, guys. Let's see here. I'm still perplexed to where my other bubbled glass is. I know I had 6 of them. Maybe I overlooked it. And congrats, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Next up is another beauty. I'll move that over. And how decked out is that? Just saying. Very decked out. I seen it. I was automatically drawn to it. So there's my feather. Feather in your cap. There's my Vintage Boutique Cali feather. So this is not really a big bowl, but it is so well decorated. I mean, look at it. So I will give a measurement on it. So it comes across at approximately 7.5 inches. It is 3.5 deep. And welcome in, Miss Sharon. So usually the more intricate of things is usually vintage, and I knew it was when I seen it. I was just drawn to it. Let's go to the gallery here and take a look, since I obviously slept since I looked that up. And there it is. Hey, Merche, welcome in, sweetheart. So here we have no way. Let me go back and redo that. So there it is. No, 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 no. Good to see you, Merche, and welcome in, sweetheart. And thank you guys for being here. You guys are a great group of people, and I really appreciate you. Let's see here. No way. This, I must have Mikasha on the brain because this is Mikasha glass serving bowl, possibly in the bolero pattern or a similar design featuring scalloped edges and a fan or plume motif. Well, well, another Mikasha. Look out. Let's see what else it says. So moving, oh dear me. Oh man. Decisions, decisions. So, did I miss Jen? Jen, if I missed you, welcome in, sweetie. You know, when your chat moves like crazy. So, this is Mikasha's definitely vintage. It is beautiful. It's not that big, but it is a pretty Mikasha. So, evidently, Mikasha 8 inches across. And it's approximately about 3.5 inches deep. And we're going to start it at $8. I know it's small, but for what it is, and you can't go wrong with that. So, wouldn't it though? That would be it. You'd be all that in a bag of chips eating chili out of that one, wouldn't you? The beautiful. Now I'm getting something different here. Maybe, maybe not. But it is pretty, and Minnie does love a good bowl, so Minnie is in at 8. I have that same crystal clock on your table behind you. Great taste. Yeah. See that hat back there? It's a hat. I designed that hat, and I'll show it to you in just a second. I built the flowers. So I see Minnie in at that $8 bid. Thank you. So Minnie is the only one I see in currently. So we're going to start calling that down for Miss Minnie. This is amazing. Just saying. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $8 bid. Going twice to Minnie for that $8 bid. Final and last call. And it looks like Minnie has won herself yet another beautiful piece of glassware. And congrats, sweetie. So, as we know, I am from Kentucky, and most females from Kentucky are known for hats, and I am no exception. I did put that together, I built that myself, and this hat is from Dee's. And there, I built this hat. I made that. So there, see, I already have a Kentucky Derby hat. What am I waiting on, right? Look at that. So there you have it. I enjoyed it. I just put a few flowers together and a few bows, kind of matched it up, and off it went. So that is my hat. So let's put it back where it belongs. I am a jack of all trades and master of none. You like that hat, Minnie? If you like that one, I'll let that go. It does have, thank you, Sharon. It does have flowers and bows, and there she is. Isn't she beautiful? Like I said, jack of all trades. Okay, Minnie, sold. So I will sell that for. I'll sell it for $12. Is that okay, Minnie? And I'll fluff it back up. But yeah, I made that. Isn't that beautiful? And it does have these little things on the inside of it. I guess it's for like to make it fit better or something. And if you want that many, I'll sell it to you for 12 and we'll get it to you. It does have beautiful bows on it. Say, dang, not only is that girl and if you want that, honey, it's yours. That is yours, Minnie. Congratulations. It'll look very pretty on you, I'm sure. I've always been this way, guys. I get more joy I've given a lot of things away. I crochet, and I get so much joy out of giving things away because I believe when you give away something that you have made, and Tanya does beautiful, gorgeous Christmas like trees out of brooches. If you haven't caught that video that Tanya is showing her trees, you might want to go over and do that because they are fantastic. And just like that, it's sold. And it's really neat. Tanya has such a way of placing things that is really, she really knows. I couldn't do one because I couldn't make my mind up where exactly I wanted to put stuff, but Tanya has that special something that she really knows. She's good at placement. She's really good at placement. Me, I would be too picky and worried about this and that. I also do crocheted baskets. I need to get my act together because Christmas is coming and there's nothing more beautiful than just, and I starch those with sugar. And Sharon loves making earrings. And what's the latest earring count? And I use the old fashioned sugar method, and nothing is more beautiful. And then I run ribbon through the handle and put poinsettias in it, usually red. And if you want that, those are so beautiful. I need to really and they're already crocheted up. All I got to do is do my sugar starch. And thank you very much, Merche. And I need to do that because usually sugar. Now these baskets are crocheted with string. You cannot use a sugar mixture on any color but white. And if you would see, I'm going to have to get busy and make one up. They are beautiful, and what they'd sell like hotcakes. Just saying that you can weave your ribbon through there. Imagine something white with beautiful poinsettias in it. Hello. There now. I don't want to start laughing again because we know that's possible. So we know that if I get to laughing, it's all over with, right? I do get tickled sometimes. Laughter's good for you as long as not somebody else's expense, right? Made in Italy. Oh my goodness. I got cracked up 2 shows in a row, so I have to behave this time. So look at that. I want to talk about look at how that twist down at the bottom there. Isn't that gorgeous? And since I took a picture of it, I think there is gold gilding on that right there. And it drops down to this. And look at that beautiful color now. You got to admit, that is gorgeous. Thank you, Lenore. And that it is marked with a sticker. It's kind of rough, made in Italy on the bottom. The most beautiful, it's like a tealish color. And since I don't know if I have it, we'll make a picture. And thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are always so much fun. Thank you for the hearts. So here we go. Now that air is feeling good up here. Man. So here we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Is that the one with base gold trim? Let's see. Well, there it is. But the little stones are a different color. But it is like an art, kind of similar to an art glass vase. It is beautiful, no doubt. And I believe it's older. I can kind of tell. So this is unbelievably beautiful, by the way. Let me check it out. We do have some condition issues right there, but I believe it's because of its age. And look at, it reminds me of like how a tornado starts big and goes down little. And I'm going to start this because of what it is and where it's from. I'm going to start this at 12, and I'll give you a measurement. And I think it's worth every penny, and it is vintage because it does have a sticker on it. We're coming in at right at 10 inches. And it does have the gold gilding. It is the most beautiful teal color that you have ever seen, gold gilding. Little, probably where someone didn't store it properly, but you've got that beautiful, then you've got these glass stones on there. It does have age. There's the bottom. Pretty gold gilding. There are condition issues, but for what, hey, Jen, welcome in. But for what it is magnificent. Just saying. Wouldn't that be a humdinger in someone's collection? Just saying, right? But isn't that beautiful? And I would say, I don't know what age to put on this, but I know it's old. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful. And welcome in, Miss Jen. Good to see you. That's beautiful. I mean, if that's your thing, then you ought to jump right in on that. Now, next, and I know there is a lag, and some people lag quite a bit, but that is so frustrating. I know I had 6 of those goblets with controlled bubbles, amber color, and where's number 6? Well, we can always have the next auction. And thank you for dropping that link. We'll put this right back where it came from. Alrighty then, let's move along. I really should keep this, but I'm not going to. And where's Debbie at? There she is. Now, because I look ridiculous in this type of hat, we're going to use Debbie as a model. And this one is from 100% cotton made in Vietnam. And it's pretty awesome. I almost kept it myself. Maybe I could rock this hat. I don't know. Look at this hat. Look at that color. Look at what's going on that hat. And it is darker than what it appears. It is more of a, oh, kind of like a, talk about mine's going, she looked real, Brian, kind of a, my mind has gone blank. Oh, what's that color? It's not light pink. It's like a fuchsia pink, and you do have that fleur de lis going on. And I almost kept it coral, kind of a sort of kind of. It's not what it appears to be in there, I can tell you that. So we are going to do this as a buy it now. And this is going for $7. The first 7 I see in the chat, and this is in good shape, will get this because it is a buy it now. And in the back, you have adjustability in the back. So if your head's a little bigger. And there Debbie is sporting that beautiful. I thought it was pretty. And if I could pull it off, Roberta said 7. Roberta likes hats. So Roberta, it was a buy it now, boom, sold. Thank you. Said, man, she talks faster than a car salesman. So Roberta, what I need you to do, Lenore, if you could drop my email in the chat, I would really appreciate it. And Roberta, if you could, would you send me an email with your name, YouTube name, address, PayPal address, and stuff like that? And we'd be good. Just address, your name, address, and that will be sold to you. And man, I'm bad typist here. I was lucky to get out with my out of school on that one. Please change me, but gift to Tanya. Okay, cool. All right, so Roberta bought that, so we still need your information, sweetie. And Tanya would look really good in that. I never won no awards for typing, just saying. Fine. We got some gifting going on tonight. It's really sweet. And there, don't got a comma in there. Back it up. I tell you, if I had to take typing again, I would be in the 12th grade for an eternity. There is my email, Miss Roberta, so I will know where to send that invoice, and we will get this to Tanya for you. And thank you so much for being a sweetheart like that. So, Roberta. She'll love it. It's a deeper color. It's not light like that. It's a deeper. So we will make sure that Miss Tanya, it's a very nice hat, gets that one. And just email me at that email, YouTube name, real name, address. Well, I don't. Well, it wouldn't hurt for you to send your address too, because you never know. and just let me know what your PayPal billing email is, and we'll go from there. And congratulations, Tanya, and thank you, Roberta, for being so sweet. Now, if that's not, let's see here. I have to move some stuff around. Hang on, guys. I've got a beautiful bowl, but I think it's out in the hall. Hang on just a minute. Well, I did find some other goodies, but that one wasn't part of it. So set this here. Alrighty then, and thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. And what is that? So I'll be back. I have someone in my yard that's not supposed to be here. Be careful, Sharon. You don't know what lunatic might be lurking out there. Just take a ball bat with you or a broom handle or something, because nobody needs to be out on your property at night unless they give their name, rank, and serial number. Well, I never. Let's see. Mercy. Laura, too bad he wasn't on your channel. You'd have given him what for, right? It's crazy. Let me see what he's up to. There's some bots that come on that can be very offensive, and this is illegal, what they're doing, and I know who's doing it. 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. So I know who's doing that. And the answer might not surprise you. That's okay, Laura. Boy, he come in like gangbusters. Really, people really need to be careful what they're doing. Maybe not people, but an entity. Just saying. That's quite all right. I've seen him come in. So, and that right there is harassment, and that's against the law, and I know who's responsible for it. It's an entity. Hint, hint, use your imagination. So now that we're into fall and we're into soups, and I can hear you, so just say my name. Yeah, okay, Miss Laura, I know you're busy. Laura had a really wonderful sale, and sometimes these little rats come in and you got to just bonk them on the head and go on. So now that fall is definitely here, a lot of times people serve a lot of soups. So here we have a beautiful soup tureen. I just don't have the dipper part, but it has Looks like we have strawberries and grapes, and this is ceramic. And then here's the lid. I just don't have the ladle. My foot's itching. Got the channel and screenshots. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. And here we have an apple on top. This would be great since fall is definitely in the air to put some soup in there. And you want to get all fancy smancy and serve a nice, be impressive, impress your in laws or outlaws or whatever they might be. In my case, it would probably be outlaws. So where's that? And I'll give you a measurement. Yeah, what they're doing is against the law. It's harassment. So we're looking at least, let me write it down here, about 8.5 inches. It's beautiful. Hey, I need some advice. I have this person that's not supposed to be anywhere around me and they won't leave. I called the cops, but the cops said he couldn't do anything about it. Now, wait a minute. If this person is not supposed to be around you, this is serious business. Because if he's on, it sounds like a real creep, and the cops won't do anything. Now, I don't know who the establishment is over there, but they need somebody. This person is not supposed to be. Maybe I call the cops. Cops want. If he's okay, Rhonda, put a no trespassing sign in places on your property, and if he crosses that line, he can be arrested for that. And I don't know what kind of police department, if it's if they sit all day eating donuts and gossiping. That is just insane. And it's really creepy. Yeah, you got to put it up first. You have to have it. And if he comes across, you could get him for a criminal trespass. That is just creepy. I mean, see, there's such lawlessness anymore out there. That's what it sounds like, Shelville. Now, are they at Pizza Hut or at the donut shop? Which one is it? Because they are a paid servant of the community. The cop said he couldn't do anything about it. I have 3 restraining orders. 3? Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, if he's doing that, you're going to need like a police report saying that, hey, do you know where he lives or anything? If you know where he lives, then well, I guess the laws are different. Here's what happened. A friend of mine that has a son that's special needs, this lady that lives in the house before her kept blowing debris and leaves on this lady's driveway, and she would come around specifically to do that. And she's been doing that for a long time. So she called the police and she asked me if I'd come over. And he told her what she was doing and that she wanted a report because she is going to end up in court because, number one, her son was highly upset. He's special needs. And he was so afraid, and I came over and calmed him down. And so the cop said, do you want me to go over and talk to her? And I said, I'm not getting in your business, but you need to put her on notice that he went over and told her to cut it out. Now, it's a civil matter and it'll have to go in front of a judge, but there's got to be some law to stop this. That is totally creepy. Mm, my gosh. Like I said, what kind of cops don't enforce the law? And you see the reason why he's doing it because he's getting away with it. Now, if you went out there and rearranged his face, they would lock you up. See, my neighbor has cameras up, and I have proof thanks to my new neighbor. This is unreal to know that. The thing of it is, Sharon, this guy sounds like he's a few sandwiches short of a picnic, and I don't want you to be hurt. You see what I mean? That's weird. I mean, if he's violating a restraining order, my God, where's the logic in that? I mean, we don't know what you don't know what he's up to. You don't know he's doing it because he's getting away with it. Is why he's doing it. So I don't know who he is, but he sounds like a creep. Sheriff said the police they said they couldn't do anything about it. Not right. No, now, bull. If you own a piece of property and someone's on it that you don't want on it, and they keep doing it, he should be arrested by now for that. He really should. I mean, I think Barney Fife would make a better deputy, and he's in a show than what's going on up in there. There's got to be a way to stop that. Yeah, they're superior. Everybody's got a boss. And I tell you what, when I had to have a police report on a fraud case, and that detective went on vacation and didn't tell me, and it was of the essence I had it, and I went there looking for him, and I said, you know what? I said, they said he went on vacation. I said, you know what? My attorney said to turn him in to his direct supervisor, and boom, couldn't get it fast enough. Then he said he called and he's a liar because he didn't. Isn't that terrible? When you can't trust a police officer, that's bad. I mean, really, they're supposed to protect and serve. And now I'm like, Barney Fife that keeps the one bullet in his. Oh Lord, it's getting late. Try asking for supervisor at 911. Oh gosh, guys. Okay, back to what we were doing, but I'm concerned about that. Something's got to give somewhere. So we have a nice fall soup tureen, which is pretty good sized. It is ceramic. The only thing missing is the dipper. They're going to lose their job. They're not doing. Yeah, they're not doing their job, and there's no excuse for it. If Good Lord, what if there was an axe murderer on your property, and you had a restraint, and that's terrible. My favorite my favorite scene from when those kids got in trouble and they came in, you know how Barney is, and he goes, "Here in the Rock, a man's uh, a man's day is set up for him. No more leisurely play days, no more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches." And the little kid said, "Why can't you have any peanut butter in jail?" But they were getting in trouble. So Barney, you know how he is. He's so professional. And he said, "Here in the Rock." Sharon, make sure you let us know what's going on, okay? My email's in the description. Give me an email, okay? Be safe, honey. We're praying for you. Sock it to them. So back, yeah, stay safe because I don't like that. I mean, that's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing about that when Barney was trying to scare the kids and no more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Well, why can't you have peanut butter and jelly? So I will do $10 on this soup tureen. It is good sized, very fitting for fall. It does have an apple on top. Kind of reminds you of a pumpkin. It does have trailing strawberries. You do have a handle right there. That's some crazy, guys. I mean, really? And it is a pretty piece. Very doubtful if it's vintage, but I thought it was neat. Oh my lord, if you're at the Rock, you cannot get peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Now, here at the Rock, boys, a man is a desperate man. All of his activities have been planned out for him. Oh my God, that's hilarious. No more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Barney is so dramatic, but yet he's so funny. So next up, we have this. This is an old one. So this is a very old vintage dish. It has something red on the bottom. It is S and C Company Bavaria. Hey, hello. And it's definitely vintage to go. And I think my favorite episode was when he dressed up as ladies to go undercover. Oh, I remember that when he went into they was had that set up in Floyd's barber shop, and he went out in there and was going to place a bet on a pony, and they said, well, how do you know that we do that here? She goes, well, word gets around. She said, my daughter-in-law just won't let me do anything. She said, I have to go outside behind the barn to get a pinch of snuff. Said she married late in life. I think that's what her problem is. You all got me quoting that now. To go, yes, I remember that. So this is about 8 inches across and about, let's get it at the bottom, about 2.5 inches deep. I guess it's like a fancy bowl. You do have gold gilding on the lid here. It is absolutely vintage. It's a pretty one, and I'll put this. We will start bid this at $10. This just does not happen. I remember that, but it is a beauty, and it is ceramic. The lid fits very nicely. Right there, it is very, very vintage. Another nice little vintage piece in really good shape. Vintage. Usually, when the consignment sells, they always have that, and it means vintage. I guess they do their homework and they know that it's older, but yeah, it is vintage. Let's see what else we got here. Here's what I would. Here's would be my response to the police department where Sharon lives. It's really not funny, but that's awfully strange. Something is just crazy. Okay, let's offer up these again. Heavy, heavy, heavy. We have these are I've offered these before, but if you know this will make a nice Christmas gift. If you know anyone, there is a set. If you know anyone that has an aquarium or or is interested in aquariums, look at the bubbling in the glass. That was put there on purpose, and you see some of the fish one behind the other. See that? Isn't that neat? And we have a set. I got another set somewhere. But I think it's so neat that the fish look like they are suspended in there. So there we have it. Nice little fish, coral at the bottom. This is and I know I paid far more than that for them. I'm going to run these at $12 for the set, and that is cheap. They are weighty. And I was just amazed about how, there's one fish and then it looks like there's another one in front of it. And I thought that was really, really neat. And if you know someone that has an aquarium or just likes fish in general, then you do have the bubbling. These are really detailed, really beautiful. So there's those. These are heavy too. That would knock somebody out. So next up, we have this vintage, and it's dirty as all get out. This vintage Avon Bell, and over 24% filled lead crystal, source of, it's by Avon, the Finney collection. This is an old Avon Bell. Very unique handle on that one. You got the flowers going on right there. It's nasty. I'll clean it up. There's your inside, and we're going to start this one at 7, and this is what it sounds like. Here's your verbiage on the back. Right there. Kind of hard to direct your doings is. There's your Avon. It's nasty. It does need a bath, but this is what it sounds like. And I really was kind of thought that was neat, the handle part of it. You don't see that. And Minnie says 7. It's just really different. It's going to take a good cleaning, but hey, this stuff comes from everywhere. So I see Minnie in at that $7 bid. I hope everything turns out for Sharon, because that's creepy. I tell you what, over here in Indiana, they catching out in their yard. You better have your name, number, serial number, and everything, because they'll get you. So I see Minnie in at that $7 bid. It needs clean, but it is a beautiful piece. I will make sure that I keep that sticker intact back there for you, Minnie, because that's important. So we're going to start calling this down for Miss Minnie. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $7 bid. Going twice to Minnie for that $7 bid. Final and last call. It's pretty neat. And we are sold to Minnie for 7. Yay! Every time there we go. Ring-a-ling for whom the bell tolls. Congratulations, Minnie, and thank you so much. That is a pretty. 7 on that. Let's get our tape. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I think, Minnie, do you collect bells, sweetie? I'm thinking she might, and I'll just put it off to the side. And we have a silver plated bell that is very tarnished. And we're going to put this one up. It is a vintage bell. It is an Avon. It is marked silver plated, an Avon right to the inside of the rim. Got a sticker on there that's a pain in the behind. But yes, it says, I was surprised. I've seen Avon, but it is marked along the edges here, Avon silver plate. And the inner part of it is more, doesn't have the patina, but the rest of it does. And it rings like that. It is an Avon. It's vintage. We know that. It is silver plated. And I'm going to start this one at 10 because it is silver plated. It is old. It is definitely an Avon. There's your clapper right there. And it sounds like this. Now, I'm not going to do anything to it. If someone wants it, then I will let them do the decision on whether they want to clean it or not. Maybe they don't. Maybe they like that look. We'll leave it up to the one. And Minnie says 10. And we are sold to Minnie. Congratulations, sweetheart. I don't know what year that's from, but congratulations and thank you so much. Good job. So we will put your name right on that. I definitely need to dig out some of my, I do have some Christmas ornament thingies that you can put a picture on, hang on the tree. So, guys, what time is it? 9:28 total. So, guys, I believe I'm going to let you guys go. I'm wore out, guys, and I guess it's all the work I've been doing. So I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great rest of your night. I'm sure there's still auction. No, many of those nutcrackers are still up, and I'll show you what's left. We have the Canadian Mountie. We have the Pirate, and they're 12 each, which is a deal because a lot of them are collectible. We have the Gambler here, and you have the Pirate over here, the Canadian Mountie here, and the card holding fella. There's your Canadian Mountie. He's marked with that. They're in really good shape. These are from the Collector Series, limited editions. And if that's your thing, whoops, and he is as well. They are limited editions. These are the 3 remaining ones, different. He's even holding a nutcracker. Minnie said that she wants all 3 of these if no one else is interested. So, well, Minnie, I must say they hadn't sold, and I think I may have more. So, does anybody? Does anyone else interested out there? They're $12 each. There's your Canadian Mountie. They're this big. Here is your card layer. Minnie's in at 12. And it's for choice. And these are really neat. We have the Pirate R or the card plain nutcracker, and they do work. I see Minnie in at $12. This is how this guy looks when someone at the poker table ends up with four aces. Isn't that neat? You know, if somebody ends up with four aces, you know they cheated. So he's like, oh, Beth, it looks like that Minnie wants to gift you one of these. I'll have to, I'm thinking I do. I'm not for sure. I did buy a few of them. I have one more downstairs. The only thing about that one is one of the blocks are missing. It has these holding blocks, and I think it's a countdown to Christmas. And he's missing one block, but he's in good shape. Wah, wah, wah. And what did the card player, when he ended up with four aces, what did he do? The guy on the other side went, no way. Okay, let's get her figured out. So who wants to do what? Pick one, I'll get Beth. Now, Beth, Minnie does not take no for an answer, so you're getting the pirate. Congratulations, Beth. You have a pirate, a man in your life that doesn't talk all the time, but his mouth moves. So that goes to Miss Beth. And you never tell Minnie no because Minnie does not play. All right, so this is Minnie's. And this one is going to Beth. So we have two remaining. We have two. That is so cute. You're going to love it, Beth. The pirate is amazing. Even the little pirate has a scowl on his face. That is stinking cute, the little pirate. Oh. But even the little pirate has a scowl on his face. Talk about being direct there, I'm telling you. What a. Alrighty, where are we at? I know I'm a sucker for nutcrackers. Very sweet moment at Gina's. Collecting to have Wizard of Oz except for the witch. Oh, okay. I'll keep on the lookout. So we have, we're down, and then there were two. It amazes me. They're in good shape. He's holding. Isn't that neat? Here he is, Joe Cool with the shades on. And they all work. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close. And Minnie, you want these last two, hun? They are yours. It's a really good deal because the shape of these things is really good. Congratulations, sweetie. Those are yours. Different. You just don't see little doodads like this every day. All right, where's my other paper? And we had a wonderful time. I always have a wonderful time with you guys, and I really appreciate you being here. And Mike, January House, Mike came in here. Now that surprised me. Maybe he wasn't busy at the time, but he's a good fella too. Maybe I'll have him on with me one night. You never know. So it's been a very, which is real expensive. The others I found at Goodwill 15 years ago. Oh, wow. But these are in such good condition. Wow. I'll be on the lookout for that, Minnie. And it's a nutcracker, or is it a stuffed? Yeah, a lot of that Wizard of Oz is very. He is hilarious. Mike sings too. I pick on him, and he picks. I said, "See, Mike, I'm no different here than I am in the chat." Oh, a nutcracker. Okay, I'll keep my eyes open and see. Cool deal. I will keep an eye out. All right, guys. I hope Sharon gets some resolvement to what's going on with that person, because that's pretty creepy. So, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for being here. You guys make my night whenever I'm on here with you guys together. Everything will be in the works tomorrow. Seems strange being on a Saturday, but thank you guys for being here. You're amazing people. I wouldn't have it any other way. And you're welcome. And you have a wonderful weekend. I love you guys, and hearts all the way around, because we all live in different states. So I love you guys, and don't you forget it. And I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for being here and for all your purchases. Good night, everybody. Bye bye.